quick video on a Honda Accord, the not too trouble code, P1457, evap bent solenoid. I think some people know it's a evap shut off valve, I believe, not sure. Okay, so what the code means is, I'll show you on the car, but I'll explain it real quick right here. It's a solenoid that is attached to the evap canister. Not attached to it, but it's bolted onto it. Should be some bolts holding it, some vacuum lines. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see if this valve is actually working. Most of the time, it will be working, but the housing itself will be, sometimes it leaks. Yeah, it deteriorates and starts leaking, making it not to function properly and sets a code for 1457. But the part itself is like close to, I believe, $50. So we don't want to throw in a part and end up not being something else. Maybe the evap or one of the hoses is leaking. So we don't want to throw a part, $50 part, and then up something else. What I draw right here is the connector. So it could also be a connector, but most of the time when it's a connector, it will throw a different code, like short circuit or high circuit voltage, something like that. So, but we want to make sure the part is working itself. So what we're gonna have is 12 volt, and this will be or control side, which will usually controls the ground by the PCM. Now both go to the PCM in most cases. Computer controls the 12 volt by giving a constant 12 volt, and control side is also by the PCM, which has a transistor inside which opens the ground. So we're gonna do that. First of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug the connector and verify that I do have a control side. With the connector unplugged, I should have 12 volts on one side, 12 volts, or I'm gonna use a test light. So the test light should illuminate on one side, and the other one I should have no current flow. And that'll verify which is my power side and which is my control side, since I don't have a diagram or anything. So that's how we're gonna verify it. Now, once the connector is plugged in, we're gonna have 12 volts here, which the test light is going to illuminate, and on this side, once it's plugged in, we're gonna have also current flow, which the test light is going to illuminate. I'm sorry for my English, but then the reason is that 12 volts come in and it travels around the coil of the solenoid and going out through the ground path, trying to find a ground. The computer is going to provide the ground, so that's why the illuminates when you have it plugged in. So since I don't have my scanner with me right now, so I checked this code earlier today, but I left it at home, my scanner, since I already had the code. But if you don't have a scanner to control to open the valve, you can use a test light. The way we're gonna do it, we're gonna grab a test light and we're gonna be the computer. How? We're gonna grab the test light, put it connected to ground, and we're gonna back probe this connector, and we're gonna touch it. As soon as we touch it, we're providing a ground path for the solenoid, which is going. You'll hear it clicking. You'll hear it clicking. That's telling you that it's working. Now, like I say, most of the times it will work, but the housing itself will be leaking. So if it works, we're gonna unbolt it and we're gonna test it, see if we can find any leaks, because hopefully it is the valve. So because the canister is more expensive, but we want to make sure we don't want to throw in parts and later I'll have the person come back and say I still got the same problem. What's going on, man? I already lost $50 plus whatever I pay you. So we want to make sure. Okay, so let's go to the car.